First up, I have the Fixer-Upper and Snake, played by.
Ryanaga, and Fixer-Upper is a half-orc war priest, whereas Snake is a Yuan-Ti sorcerer of the Draconic Persuasion.
Excellent. Followed by Bob, played by.
Barska, and Bob is a tiefling warlock.
And next we have Tazarath, played by.
Suralin. Tazarath is a evil tiefling paladin sorcerer.
Marvelous. Then we have Melrath, played by.
Stormy 827, and Malrath is a Dwarven Eldritch Knight.
And last, we have Tristan, played by.
Will, and Tristan is a Kobold Divination Wizard.
Excellent. Okay, so I'm just going to catch us up on what happened last time. The party had defeated the Beholder in the previous session before last, and we had explored his lair and found a number of magical items and whatnot. We also found a Modron, which is a mechanical being that hails from a plane of law. And he had described some device named the Mage Engine, or sorry, Maze Engine with a Z. And then they had returned to the tower, dropped off the supplies that they had, and been sent forward to the labyrinth. And when you guys had made it to the labyrinth, there's lots of signs of demonic activity here. Heads of their foes on pikes and offal and intestines dragged everywhere. It's quite gross. And the party first encountered a Behir, which they ended very quickly. And then afterwards, they ended up encountering another Modron, a very simple one that was non-hostile, but just sort of marching around, making random turns. He didn't seem to really have any purpose, so everybody left him. And then after that, the party encountered 4 large demons tearing apart an old mining camp. And they were so distracted with wanton destruction that they failed to notice that the party just snuck right by. And then last, but certainly not least, the party came across the Modron. What's the word I want to use? Battalion, I guess. Squad might be more accurate. Squad, I think, is accurate size-wise.
Something
And
like that.
having interrogated them for a time, that's a little too far. The party gained some information about the Maze Engine, and the fact that it can alter reality, and that it is not presently working correctly. And they also got information about some celestial beings that are located fairly nearby the squadron, and that's where we left off. So you guys had set out towards this space, and the passage that you follow climbs upward as it corkscrews through stone, finally emerging through the floor of a large cavern. The ceiling arches 60 feet overhead, bristling with stalactites that drip water onto stalagmites rising from uneven and broken floor. Here and there between the stalagmites, several statues of winged humanoids are set in poses of suffering and anguish. Some cover their faces while others claw at them. Others reach toward the ceiling, their faces twisted into expressions of longing. All in all, you take a quick look around and you're able to find 8 of these statues. Each one is completely unique from every other statue. They are often spotted with lichen. Many of them have been marred by mineral deposits dripping down from the ceiling. And some of them even have crystals that have formed over however long they've been here. So yeah, that's the room that you've found yourself within.
Knowledge. Can I roll Arcana to figure out if these were like petrified?
Sure. Ooh, Okay. Damn it, I really got to stay on top of that. So you take a look at these. There is you'd say 80% chance that these creatures, if they are in fact creatures, are petrified. They have a lot of detail that would just be difficult to do through carving, like eyelashes, but not impossible. And so there's a pretty good chance that they're petrified.
Should we? Well, A, we should probably be wary of basilisks or medusas, but we should also smash these things.
We should
Just-
identify them before we smash them.
I'm actually not following you, Chris. Why is it we should smash them?
In case they wind up getting unfrozen.
Oh, well, petrification isn't like a duration thing. Like when you're petrified forever.
No, I know, but if it was some sort of trap that winds up deactivating and having the things unfreeze and attack us.
Oh, well, I mean, you can always look around for the trap.
And then
That would
get
be a
frozen.
perception check. So tell me the order you guys want to do things, and we'll take it from there.
I will look for a trap using perception.
Okay. Is anybody else using perception to look for traps? Let me get everybody's.
I may as well. Oh, good.
Is anybody else rolling?
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna get everybody's rolls before we do trap stuff. Anyways, so Fixer Upper, Melrath, and Tazarath spread out over the room. You guys are being very cautious. You're especially looking for trip wires. All these uneven places on the ground could indicate a pressure plate. And so you're able to use your weapons to sort of gently poke and prod at the uneven sections of ground, maybe even pull them back a little bit, looking for mechanics. You spend about, let's see, this is a, well, it said how big it is, but not how far back it is. So I'm going to make a educated guess. You spend about 25 minutes sort of picking your way through this area. It's mostly a long corridor. There's sort of a windy central path, if it could so be called, of natural stone that just kind of winds its way towards the back of the cavern, which just ends. And like I said, you guys go and set out for about 25 minutes. You check everywhere that you can, and you are pretty certain that there are no traps around here.
What do these creatures look like?
Actually, I have a picture. Let me find. Boink.
A gallery of angels.
If I press this, what does it say now?
Unidentified map/image.
Marvelous. I'll press that in future. I think it's pretty
So
apparent from the picture anyways, but yeah.
when we talked to the Modrons, they said that there was a gathering of how many creatures?
8.
So these are the creatures they're talking about. And don't we need angel feathers as part of
Yeah.
our
Hold on
ritual?
a second. I'm just going to pull up the recipe because I know where in the book I'm looking. Let's see here. You have the purple worm egg. You have the central eye of the beholder. 6 feathers from 6 different angels. You also need the heart of a Goristro, which is a demon. 13 tin masks, also known as devil's mushrooms, sprouted from the footprint of a demon, and they list some types of demons, and a few drops of blood or ichor from a demon lord. So
So
yeah,
I think we're gonna have to. Er, can we identify if these are actually angels?
I take it you mean in the same way that you might identify a creature attacking you.
Correct.
You can certainly try. For this, it would be a religion check. I mean, yeah. So
God damn it. Save us, Melrath.
Elrath saved us as usual.
holy shit, and is barely surpassed by Snake, who rolled 1 better. So Tazrath, Fixer Upper, and Tristan are all theorizing about the specific angels in the area around. And excuse me just a second, because I forgot to write down a page number. And I'm just going to take a second to look. I believe it's on page 15. 18. Okay. Okay. So these creatures do indeed match the descriptions of specific types of angels. Um, their stat blocks aren't super important, so I'll give you some very like top level information. But the male on the right side of the image is a deva. Um, let me see. They're pretty challenging creatures. They have some magic resistance. There's nothing about them that's particularly unique beyond the fact that they can polymorph into a human or beast that has a challenge rating equal to or less than its own, or back to its true form. So they're polymorphers. The male in the front left of the image is a planetar. They act as the weapons of the gods they serve, presenting a tangible representation of their deity's might. They can call down rain to relieve a drought, or can loose an insect plague to devour crops. And their ears can detect every falsehood as their radiant eyes see through every deception. They are very adept fighters. A single planetar would actually probably give you guys a pretty difficult time. And then the female in the front right of the image is a solar. A solar is godlike in its glory and power. On the battlefield, the solar's sword flies into the fray on its own, and a single arrow from a solar's bow can strike a target dead on contact. So great is a solar's celestial might that even demon princes shrink at its resonant commands. And specifically, Snake, for rolling an exceptionally good roll, goes on to add that it is said that only 24 solars exist. And the few solars that are known are stewards of specific deities. And then there are others that are waiting for when their services are needed to stave off a cosmic threat for the cause of good. So it would actually seem that there are possibly 25. And all other angels, because obviously they're more present than are pictured here, fall mostly within the Deva and DEVA and Planetar classes.
I wonder if we've got a way to stone to flesh.
Greater Restoration might do it.
Yep, Greater Restoration would reverse Petrification.
Cool.
Actually, can I do Detect Magic just to see if there's any active magic around?
Okay. Let's see here. I'm checking some background information. Okay. You do a detect magic, and these creatures are radiating like significant magic. They have auras around them. Normally, with detect magic, you can detect the school of magic that is at play here, and it is alteration, but it would categorize itself as the most powerful alteration magic you've ever seen by magnitudes.
So we might not even be able to greater restoration these guys back to normal.
Let me try
I can
putting it.
try.
You certainly can. Let me also try putting it this way. The level of effect on these creatures is something of spell level 12.
Oh.
and I believe that Greater Restoration is probably 6th level. But
Yeah,
anyways,
plus it costs 100 gold per use.
yeah.
So I
But
don't want to do that.
perhaps this is a last resort.
Perhaps.
Done. So what will you do?
These things seem relatively safe where they are. I would be fine with leaving the place.
Okay. What about your potential ingredients?
We can come back.
Okay. Does anyone else agree or have another plan?
I
Guess
can
I-
try dispel magic a couple dozen times. I'll eventually hit a 22.
Okay. That's what you're gonna go for?
I mean, it depends. I don't want to waste spell slots if everyone doesn't want to do that.
I mean,
Well, I guess are spell slots more valuable than 100 gold? I mean,
I will pay you the 100 gold to see what happens. Actually, you know what? Given his nature, take 100 gold out of my inventory. I will totally pay for that to see if that works.
I wasn't asking for 100. I just wanted to share. That's
Oh no, no. Actually, I'm totally like. I would love to see what actually happens with that. If it just doesn't work, that'd be fascinating.
all right. Well, just split it with me. That's fine. Okay. I will use Greater Restoration.
There's one last thing before you use the spell that I'm just going to point out because I'm nice. Greater Restoration requires you to touch a thing, and considering how blindingly magical these are, I just want to make sure that you're aware of that before I carry out the spell.
1 second. Hey, Bat. This might be the last thing you do in this incarnation, but go sit on one of those angels, please.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good idea.
You monster.
And 50 BP. I don't bring
Um,
it. He's just a,
PETA!
do you care which? Do you care which one? I have descriptions, but if you just wanted to sit on a random one, I can come up with something.
I'll go for the. You know what? Do you want me to go for broke, guys? Go for the planetar?
the
Y-
solar, you mean?
The
Yeah, the
solar?
solar.
Sure.
Okay. Give me a second. Eyes covers its eyes. Nope, that's not it. Okay. Yeah, that looks like it. Okay. All right. So Bat flutters over, and lands on the head of the solar. Um, Bat hears horrific screaming and must make a wisdom saving throw.
1 second.
Nice knowing
He
you,
has a
Bat.
+1 to that, so. Here, I'm just gonna roll with a +1.
Okay. Mm,
Nope.
okay.
Ball of fire.
Give me a moment. I'm consulting a table.
Does Bat implode?
Unfortunately, no. Bat falls off of the angel, and begins heaving and making chittering sounds on the floor while seizuring.
Can I Greater Restoration Bat?
Yes, you most certainly can.
Okay, fine.
Bat is instantly cured of the effect.
All right. Well, that's splitting the difference, basically.
He sort of shakes himself off and then flutters back to Tristan's shoulder and gives him some very accusatory looks.
I was gonna say, gives him the side eye.
Oh, come on. I would have summoned you back. It would have been fine.
What's a little paralysis and seizure between friends?
No. What's a little paralysis seizure between master and servant? I own you.
Ooh. PETA!
I am very amused by our not actually good party. So yeah. So now you know what happens if you touch that angel.
Mm. Yeah, I'm interested in. Can you describe like something that looks a little less impressive?
Oh yeah, sure. Let me see here. I'm just scrolling through these. There is an angel that appears to be reaching out as if offering something.
Hmm.
There's a list of these things, so give me a second to roll through them all, and I'll tell you when I'm done. There's an angel who stands feet apart, head downcast, arms at its sides.
Mm.
That one's probably not a safe one. There's an angel that covers its eyes but appears to be smiling. And those seem to be it. The last one that I would point out is the angel clawing at his eyes, and his face appears torn and rent because it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, go touch that one.
I think the one that's like gonna give us something, that sounds
Right.
awesome.
Yeah, I think it probably sounds like the best choice. The question is, who do we want to touch it?
Who has a good save?
Yeah.
Also, Tazarath, let's
Oh,
remember you give extra saves.
just for
This is
reference,
true.
the bat had to make a wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
So
I have a
Yeah,
plus
and
8
Fixer Upper has the best
Tazarath gives
wisdom
a plus.
save, but Fixer Upper also has greater restoration. So I
yeah,
don't know
should
about that.
no. Let's see here. I'm looking at the party's wisdom.
Yeah, who was the second best?
Oh,
Maybe.
by the way, I've got an aura of protection going on, so everybody ought to be getting +3 to their whatever saves they make as long as they're right next to me.
So
Yeah,
my
with
wisdom save is a plus 11 at that point then.
okay,
Well, there you go.
there you go. Do you volunteer?
I'm looking at what my portents are. You know what? I volunteer, yes.
Okay. Make a charisma saving throw.
God fucking damn it. So I get a +3 from being near Tazarath.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know what? Screw it. I'll take my +6 charisma saving throw and add a 15 for my portent, and I have a 21.
Okay.
Plus another
Um,
3 for 4.
Oh no, I have a plus. My +3 is my base, then a +3 from Tazarath, then a 15 for my portent. So that's 21.
Oh.
21. Okay. So you reach out and cautiously touch the angel. When you do, the angel attempts to use its divine power to charm you. However, you are able to shrug off its effects. The angel was had some sort of limited telepathy with you, and it was commanding you to let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. It was commanding you to kill Tazarath, rob Snake's clothing, maim Melrath, and bring it the fingernails of Bob. Fixer Upper is cool.
Damn it.
Pretty sure that's not an angel, or angels are really weird.
Yeah, I'm a little
Yeah,
upset
I'm
about
just going to announce what it tried
Oh,
to make me do.
hold on. There's a little bit further.
I'm not surprised.
Their fingernails are kind of attached.
By the way, I missed this before because it was above all the names. So first of all, the angel that you have touched is named Betral. You get to know its name. It seems that this angel, um, after the effect ends, the attempt at charm, you seem to have some limited information about the angel's past. And the same should have been true for the one that Bat touched. I just missed it, so sorry about that. For Betral was an angel that was attempting to serve its god by charming mortals to do what the god needed them to do rather than give them vague portents and hope that they follow the right path. But Betral took it way too far and has been petrified as a divine punishment for all eternity.
Holy shit.
Can we roll to identify the god that he's serving?
Yes, but it will take me a moment because they didn't put that in here, but I have a sense of who it is, so I just need to consult the list of gods in the
Okay,
PHB.
sure.
Okay.
Reference
Let
manual.
us know when we can roll religion.
Maybe if I type God. Nope, that didn't do it. Wait. Gods of the multiverse. Here we go. This is Faerun. Okay, I just set this over here for a minute. Well, we'll deal with Betrol. The other angel's name is Harjin, and I'll get to them in a minute. That would be funny. Torm, the god of courage and self-sacrifice. He also has a portfolio of war.
Huh. I was expecting something a little more evil. All right.
Okay. Well, actually, so here's the thing. Angels are a manifestation of good aligned planes. So you can't have a well, how do I put this? You can't have an angel appear in the abyss or any of those planes that belong to
Mm-hmm.
evil deities like the demon princes. Um, you get demons or devils depending on the alignment. But
That angel just tried to do something very evil, at least based on my perception.
yes. And you're not exactly sure why, what actually caused them to do that. And you're not sure if that information simply wasn't present, if it didn't choose to share it. You were in limited contact with it. And like all of that, what happened occurred within about 3 seconds. You touched it and then immediately pulled your hand away.
Could it have been like a demon, like posing as one, as an angel?
Demons would be incapable of even assuming a form similar to that of an angel.
Oh.
Now,
Maybe it's
angels
the bat
sometimes
here.
can go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, the contrary is true. Sometimes demons go crazy good because they're generally crazy in the first place. They're chaotic evil.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes a divine creature will oppose its nature, and why that happens is kind of anyone's guess. And in fact, it is so rare that I would put the odds at somewhere in the millions that any individual creature that is born of the plains somehow alters its nature. Because you are literally a manifestation of a place. And if that place is a combination of chaos and good, then you get a chaotic good creature. Simple as that.
What about the big bad angel?
Oh,
What did Bat learn about that?
that is Harjin. Harjin, I'm trying to look for who that person served. Harjin was a Solar in service to Tyr, the god of justice. Um, the background for this particular Solar seems to be that Harjin had been in contemplation and stasis, in other words, to Tyr, and then at some point, Tyr had about 25,000 years ago said, "Your time has come. Go serve me," and sent this Harjin off. And then when it made it to the place where it was needed, there was such a horrific series of battles, demonic incursions, fighting for its life at all times, that the creature seems to have been broken by the experience and simply collapsed into horrific screaming. And the image in your mind is of this creature curled up into a fetal position, wings wrapped around it, rocking back and forth with tears streaming out its face down to the point where it makes a river.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So actually, I have a question. If something is petrified and you pick off a piece of it, and then you restore that piece, how does that work?
Um, well, you're not sure that that would work necessarily, but if it was a petrified creature, and let's say you broke off its hand, and then you use Greater Restoration, you would have a bloody chunk of a hand.
Or in this case, a feather.
Yeah, actually, that should work in theory.
I'm gonna try and break off the feather of the one who was of save I made.
Oh, okay, good. This time when you reach out and touch the creature, you do so very cautiously. But when you do, while it attempts to make that telepathic contact and command with you, having already saved against the effect, you don't seem to be affected by it again. You just automatically succeed. So you're able to hold your hand in contact. You don't get any additional information about Patrol, but you are able to go over to one of the feathers in the back, one of the ones that looks, long and most complete, and you just kind of, twist your wrist, and it actually pops right off. Uh, you have a feeling that a lot of the statues here have been eroded a bit by all of the water that comes down. So yeah, you have one angel feather.
Cool. Who? I have mage hand. Anyone else have any way to do this without going crazy?
But then you'd miss out on all the cool backstory.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that the backstory sums up to all these angels bad news.
Why would you think that?
Because I should have figured it out at 12th level magic that this was done by a fucking god, and I'm dumb. I would have been smited if I had dispelled this, like on the spot of, oh, you've dispelled divine magic. No. Stop that.
Okay, well, that is a solution. Does anybody else have any other thoughts, or shall we carry it out? Okay. So,
I don't really have anything relevant apart from trying to chip things away using the great sword or something.
you can also do that too. Like if you're still looking at the image, the angel in the back right, for example, you can sort of see like near the top of the picture, it has these long sort of feathers that come out and are pointed up. You can just kind of like hack at that a little bit with the greatsword; it'll chip right off. So yeah, between Will and uh, Tazarath, you guys go around, you sort of prick them off. Now, here's an important question: are you going to touch the feathers of angels that you haven't come into contact with yet?
Even after they're separated from their...
Because one of the things I'll note is that Tristan is actually wearing gloves.
Tazarath is... You know what? I don't know. I'm not sure if Tazarath would think that far ahead.
Okay, so we'll assume that you pick up one of the feathers without thinking. When you do pick up the feather without thinking, nothing happens. I just alarmed you for no reason.
Well done.
Yeah. So anyways, you guys are able to harvest the feathers from all of these other angels. Nobody has any other episodes. Here's one of the other things worth noting. Now that you're kind of aware of these things, if, I don't know, some random animal that might live in the labyrinth just so happened to brush against one of these things, like a non-intelligent one, because bat is also not actually intelligent, it would get one of these visions and probably never come back here again. So oddly enough, the psychosis of all of these creatures and their divine punishment kind of probably means that this would be a safe place to rest.
Oh god.
That's horrifying, but useful.
Useful.
Yeah, and it might come in more relevant later because I don't think you guys have really lost too terribly much at the moment. So yeah, moving right along then, I suppose.
We'll figure out how to de-stone these feathers later.
You're not actually certain that you need to distone them. I mean, technically they meet the qualifications. You've definitely discerned that they're from angels, so...
God damn it, if I had thought of that at the beginning, I would not have even suggested.
So anyways, let me see. Set that aside. So we dealt with the angels. You make your way out
Why
of.
here though?
Well, you probably might find out if you want to go back and touch some angels.
No, I just curious if there's anything special about this place.
Well, that's the other
Like,
thing. This appears to just be a natural cave. Like, there's no worked stone here. There's no writing anywhere that you can see. There's no writing on the statues. There's no plaques at the bottom of the statues. I mean, granted, it's possible they might be covered up by whatchamacallit, um, deposits of stone. But there's absolutely no indication that this was planned in any particular way. It, for all the world, looks like they were all dropped here and then just left. And like with the whole curly cavern thing, like you're within the range of the maze engine, and it does not seem to have affected this passageway at all.
Huh.
Because, you might get perfectly conical stalagmites and stalactites, for example, or, a perfect path, something like that. Oh, okay. So you guys make your way out, and once you do, you sort of head back the way that you came, because you need to get back to that room where the Modron squadron was. There were several exits in and out of that room, and when you get back there, they've vacated and gone off to wherever they're going to go. And so you set out on one of the other pathways on your level, meaning you don't have to climb or anything to get to it. And after a while, um, the cavern floor, or sorry, the cavern that opens up ahead looks kind of like a settlement. It has tents and crudely built shanties lining its irregular walls. It appears deserted except for a lone human male kneeling with a circle of burning torch stalk mushrooms in the center of the cave, with two ragged figures lurking near a zirkwood door set into a wall about 30 feet distant. The figure in the circle is praying over a rotting minotaur head. But it stands when he sees you. He's a thin human. His face and arms are streaked with dry blood. Friends, he says, I have heard the call and hope you have too. With mine own eyes I saw our great lord Yinogu slaughter the minotaurs that had plagued us. Now we are free and strong with his blessings. We feast while we live, and thanks to our lord we will also feast when we are dead. If you have heard the call, come, join my pack, and feel the strength of Yinogu.
I think we need to kill this person.
twice, because I know what happens when he dies.
Is he one of the demigods that we've heard of already?
Yinogu
Uh,
is the god who creates gnolls,
yes,
I believe.
Okay.
yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. So what you gonna do?
I think this is the perfect time to simply open things up with a firebolt.
Oh, okay. Well, everybody roll initiative. I'm gonna drop encounter over here, and okay, I'm gonna pull up my. Nope, not that one. This one. My favorite map in the whole wide world. Sharing. Bloop. And then I'm gonna start dropping people on the map.
That is your favorite.
Yeah, because they didn't give me a map for this one either. So I got to put people somewhere. Let's see here. Oh, let me also take those grappled and restrained effects off Milrath. That might be fair.
You should leave him.
Snake. You guys are actually going to be like down here, of course. And you don't have to worry about the central stalagmites on this one. They're going to
Okay.
represent buildings, but they're tents. You can kind of just walk right through them. Let's see. There's Tristan, Bab,
What's the
and
shield guardians in it?
same as always. Because I'm lazy. And then Tazarath. Nope, that's Tazarath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing someone.
Yeah, Snake disappeared when you spawned Tazarath for some reason.
That's weird. Okay, go like that. There's Snake. Um, And I guess I'll just put them like that. You guys can sort of arrange yourselves there, and then I'm going to start dropping these guys onto the battlefield. Let's see here. Okay. I gotta figure out. Oh no! When I click the thingy, I don't know who's who. Fuck. Oh. Okay. That one, and then grab this one and pop right. Nope. That. There we go. And then I'm gonna do that one and that one. Okay, so then what I'm gonna do is reveal that one, and that one. Okay. So let's see. The first person to act is the fixer-upper. You can certainly hold your action if you want to, or you can be the person to open up combat.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Incidentally, the person who is talking to you is noted as G on the map.
Big G. Okay.
Gee,
I'll move
buddy.
there, and then I'm gonna spiritual weapon because that's what I always do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, could
Oh,
you remove Death Ward off of me?
yes. Give me just a second. I want to plop down the thing so that Brett can continue his turn. Sword. Boop. And all right, here's your sword, and then Death Ward. Tristan. There. Okay. Does anybody else have any leftover effects? Doesn't look like it. Alrighty then.
So, spiritual weapon attacking G.
Okay. Roll for hit.
Unfortunate.
The spiritual weapon pops into existence, and the speaker is very quick on his feet. He sees you casting, and somehow knows to dodge, and thus is unaffected.
All right, so I will also throw a cantrip.
Okay.
Or wait, I guess I could flame strike too. Or no, you can't cast 2 spells at once, right? In one
You
turn.
can cast a spell of a level 1 or higher, but then afterwards you have to cast a
Cantrip.
spell
Okay.
that is a cantrip. And I
Okay.
think Divine Weapon is a bonus action.
It's actually if it's a spell with if it's a bonus, you can cast as many as long as they don't have anytime you cast a spell with the speed of bonus action, you have to cast cantrips for the rest of that turn.
Okay.
Right. And none of the cantrips have bonus action as an action.
Right, which makes sense.
Hmm.
All right, so I will cast Word of Radiance on G.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
Oh, he succeeds.
Wow.
Oh, well,
All
that
right,
doesn't
well,
quite. Hold on, that doesn't quite work. The range is 5 feet.
for Word of Radiance.
Oh, sure enough.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, it's
huh.
a 5-foot radius around you.
Oh.
I guess you could toll the dead on him and.
I meant to Sacred Flame. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Toll the Dead,
That's what
Sacred
I
Flame,
normally
either one will do.
use. I don't even think I've used Word of Radiance the whole game.
Right. Hold on just one second. Gotta fix something. I grab this, and then this. I noticed that your necrotic damage was off,
Hmm.
and I'm checking Sacred Flame. Okay, that one's correct. All right, you're set.
Before I forget, can I roll to identify G?
You can try.
What shall I roll?
Religion?
Nope.
You're not super familiar with humans and grubby outfits, so question mark?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a grubby outfit, though.
Yeah, very grubby. Actually,
Very, very grubby.
it's a grubby chainmail. Yeah.
Okay.
And he has a shield now because he's prepared for you. So,
All right. There we go. Nice.
wow,
Ooh,
that is a fair bit of damage. He is bloodied.
quite the cantrip. We'll take it.
Yeah. So when your turn ends, the speaker shouts out, "Faithful of Yunogu, protect me!" So next,
Spoiler alert, they try and devour him.
I know, right? Next up, a cultist appears from outside of one of the tents, and then 5, 15, 20, 25, 30. I think they only move 30. Yeah, 30 feet. Makes it to there. And brandishes a scimitar and holds his action. I should also probably grab the turn order marker and put it correctly on the person that is currently acting. I just move this up a few times. Melrath, you are up.
Alright. I'm going to charge up and stab at Mr. G-Man a bunch of times.
Okay. Well, roll to hit and then damage because since he's bloodied, he could go down and yeah.
Then damage.
Mm-hmm. Okay. He's really not looking great. Another hit. So the first one is a slash across his chest, and then you just shove the radiant sword right into his gut, and he dies on it. And then you turn off the blade, and he slumps to the ground.
Alright, I'll identify the cultist here, I guess. So that's the religion.
Yep.
Nope.
Nope.
You didn't roll well on something.
I know, Chuck.
Hey, he rolled well on all the hits. I think we'll take that.
I mean, true.
Snake.
I'll try to identify the cultist as well.
Okay.
Religion. Ugh. Great roll. All right. 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 creatures out. Okay.
Yeah, there's also a number of tents, so
There
since
could be
one of them
more.
emerged, yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate. I can't chain lightning them because they're not in order yet.
You could
Just
fireball
remember-
the area and blast.
Well, I could always fireball the area, but doesn't that get a little basic? I mean,
Just remember they've got
Might as well-
swords.
You might as well do what works.
so where are the other tents?
I'm gonna try to draw, and I have
Okay,
rudimentary
thanks.
art skills, so you know.
Strategic bombardment here.
So here's what I'm also gonna do. I know this one is a little weird. This long rectangle that goes over the 3 squares back there, that's a door set into a stone wall, and then like there's another one there, and then there's another one here, and then there's a shanty town thing over here, and so they're drawn into spaces like that, and sure, one of these. So yeah, there you go. Oh, and here I'll draw another one here. Okay, so that was Snake. At this point, the doors that I mentioned burst open, and a creature climbs out.
Snake didn't have a turn. I just
Oh, so sorry. Never mind. Let me just bloop. There we go. Nothing
I know
happened.
what's coming.
Nothing at all.
well, thank you for the drawing. That really helps.
Sure.
No, I'm not being sarcastic. I move a little bit closer to get everything in range. Okay. All right. What's the radius? Does anyone remember offhand? Do I have to look it up?
I'm so sorry. What?
For fireball?
Oh, it's 20 feet.
It's 20 feet radius. Okay, so
Mhm.
Okay.
that good? Oh, he's in there. Damn it.
Slightly to the northeast, I guess.
I mean, Eric, you don't catch on to fire too often, right?
I mean, I try not to.
Mm. I found that
How's
that's a
this?
winning strategy in life.
All right, I'll do that. That doesn't hit him, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Okay. So give me a second here. Oh, actually, no. Here's what I want you to do. Snake, I'm going to target these two creatures, and then I'm going to extrapolate based on their results what happens. How's that
Okay.
sound?
All right.
You're targeted, so you're good to go.
So I can just roll it in the window?
Yeah, drop cast in the chat window. Okay, so they both fail. And now drop your damage.
Can you
Okay.
add 2, please?
Okay. Based on these results, first of all, let me find and kill these creatures. Then I will also, this person dies. That person dies, as does that one, that one, that one, and that one. Let me just reveal those
Yay!
in the,
3rd level spell, by the way, guys.
and then we'll just
So
go
balanced.
tick, 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 tick. Yeah, that's about right. Cool. So
So,
you've murdered about 8 people,
okay, cool.
I
That's what I
think.
like to do.
1, 2, 3. No, I'm
Cool, he
sorry, nine,
says.
people. 9 people.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
Murder hobos.
So
saving the
fireball
day.
hits the ground, explodes outwards, tears away all the fabric of the tent, igniting the cultists that lie in wait within, and they just fall over screaming, clutching at themselves, and then very quickly stop moving altogether. Yeah. You can hear some popping noises. You think that might be teeth? Right. So at this point, now the creature pops out of the safety of that door, which is on fire, and it charges forward to Melrath, and then it brutally and savagely misses wildly while scrabbling at you with its claws. And then the next creature appears
Wait,
here, and
I
then
thought he killed a bunch in there.
oh yeah, they're behind a door. The other people were in tents that were just fabric, so they died, and the door.
But the door's on fire.
Yeah.
It was stone, I believe, so. Yeah.
Actually, fireball follows line of effect, so a door can legitimately stop a fireball.
Yeah.
A stone one, sure.
I'm gonna try that out after this game.
There you go.
Just carry
Well,
a door with you.
I would like to
Yeah.
know where you get the fireball from.
Not
Me
the
too.
door.
Yeah.
There's actually a door
There's a
at
door that
work.
shoots fireballs?
That would be an awesome door.
Yeah.
Good for your enemies.
Ah! That was a particularly pitiful roll. So 3 of these creatures rush out, and then it's Tristan's turn.
I'm very, very, very sorry, Melrath. It's a 3-for-1 deal.
Am I getting fireball?
No, you're getting synaptic staticked.
Oh,
Yeah, no resistance to that psychic damage.
Which is
Can I
even
have a
more
20
fun than a
roll, please?
fireball.
But let's identify the creatures first.
Oh yeah, I'll identify them before I hurt them and my party member.
Resistant to. Yeah.
Arcana or religion.
Religion.
There you go.
Okay. These creatures appear to be ghouls. Let me click the clicky. There we go. Let's see here. You guys have faced ghouls before, I think.
Yeah.
These are pretty basic undead creatures. They're a step above zombies. So their relative danger is pretty low. The main thing that they're known for is that their claws um, are capable of transmitting some sort of disease or poison or something that results in
Mhm.
paralysis.
Oh, that's not that bad. I don't need
Yeah.
to waste a fifth level spell slot on that.
No, 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 no.
Okay, then I will just revert back to Scorching Ray.
Okay.
I may need to go downstairs and get something off a high shelf for my roommates.
Okay.
Do I have to target all at once?
I think I should help you with the targeting now that I'm considering it.
Well, I get 3 rays, so I want to know if I have to fire off the 3 rays to see if they hit, or if I can fire, do damage, fire, do damage, fire, do damage.
That one. Wait. Okay. So that one. Whoa.
Ouch.
Damage.
Okay, so Ghoul 6 bit the big one. Another crit? What?
And that's all my
Okay.
Scorching Rays.
Yeah. Yeah. The first two scorching rays were pretty critical, and the last one just, yeah. There's a giant section of his torso missing. There's kind of a spine keeping him teetering. That's pretty accurate to his state of being. Anything else?
No, I think I've done enough.
Hmm. Bob. Bob, what horrific things do you have in mind?
I'm gonna fireball. No, I do get actually question for you. Have we rested since I've been gone?
You. Why do you ask?
Because are my spell slots regained? That's my question.
Yes, they should have been. And in
Okay.
fact, let me just go ahead because you haven't lost any hit points and go long rest. There you go.
Spanx.
You got rid of his 10-point shield. He should have that.
Oh, yeah, good point. Good catch. 10 points. You're set.
Okay.
Always shield, never die.
So I get 3 Eldritch Blast beams now.
Nice.
Eldritch Blast.
Sucker.
Uh,
Sucker.
right, so just like Scorching Ray, you can fire, hit with a beam, and then see what happens and go for the next one.
Blam.
Okay, so the first one hits that ghoul that had been hit by Scorching Ray.
Wow.
You just blow the creature's top off, and it collapses and spasms.
That's what I'm good at.
Yeah.
Blowing their tops off. Oh, he's wounded. I'm gonna pew pew one more time.
Or not.
Oh, damn it! All right, I'm all pewed out.
Okay, Six Fingers. So next up.
That was fun.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. I enjoyed it. Another of the ghouls rushes out and attempts to maul Starmie. Poorly.
Oh,
It just scratches at your armor. Not a chance.
maybe
Then,
we should just fireball them.
out of here, a cultist emerges. I thought I heard an explosion. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Good thing this
Oh,
door was here.
oh God, my friends. And then he swings. Holy shit! Oh, I'm so sorry. I played that wrong. My friends, you murdering bastards! Ah! And so, oh shit.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, so he stabs at you, but the temporary hit points just sort of absorb it. So I don't know how that works narratively. I guess he shanks you with his scimitar and then pulls out and there's no blood. I don't know. But he doesn't make it through your shield of hit points. So next up is Shield Guardian.
Shield Guardian moves up 5 feet.
Boop.
Then smacky smacky.
Okay. Oh.
Almost a crit. Really?
Does he get a
Snake
second?
eyes.
Yeah, he has a second attack.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Right. So the creature does sort of a brutal like elbow attack. It just kind of cracks it across the face, and then when the cultist is still left standing, it just sweeps its massive hand, and there's a sickening crunch, and the cultist body lands over here somewhere before it expires.
Then the Shield
Okay.
Guardian is going to. Melrath has got this. He's just going to stand right next to the cultist and look at it menacingly.
Okay. There you
Just
go.
look down, being like, "You have chosen poorly."
Very poorly. Erase. Just there. What
Oh,
about
did I
that?
cause that? Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's not your fault. I thought I needed to move it, and so I had the drawing tool at the same time. So when you moved it there, my cursor moved with it. Anyways, next up is Tazra.
All right. I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 up here.
Uh-huh.
Not even going to bother using the boots.
No need.
Yeah, there's no need for that. And bonus action, activate the flaming longsword and double attacking the ghoul.
Okay, go for it.
Is that number 1?
Mm-hmm.
That looks pretty good.
Mm.
Damage first.
Yep. Ooh. Ghetto crit.
And 2d6 flaming.
Oh, let me drop that on him. Right here. Okay. Yeah, bloodied.
Second attack.
Oh, somehow a miss. Yeah. So your sword kind of got stuck. After you stabbed in there the first time and weren't quite able to make the second swing connect. Anything else?
I already used bonus action to activate the longsword, so.
Yeah, you covered all of them. So next,
Only other thing I can do is try and identify something, which.
The only thing that hasn't been identified are the cultist humans, and there's only at least one of those.
I'll do that for good measure. 16.
Oh wow. Okay, that worked somehow.
You've learned that they have very little hit points.
There we go. Yeah, these cultists are probably about as dangerous as zombies. The one thing that you mostly know about cultists, aside from their poor life choices, are that they generally are difficult to charm or frighten due to their sworn allegiance to dark powers.
Speaking as somebody with a sworn allegiance to dark powers himself, they chose the wrong dark powers.
Yes, they did. So at this point, is this one on the field? I don't think it is. Let me just check. No. Okay. Oh. This was actually supposed to be up next. So this creature pops out of the gate and then runs over to here. And now, just because he can, he's going to attempt to smack Tazareth. Wow, hero ghoul. All right, Chris, don't fuck this up. Good, you didn't fuck it up.
He can't be poisoned anyway.
It's not.
Paladin.
I know it was a narrative thing. It just says it's a paralysis effect. I don't know what causes it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, brutal. So the creature rushes up to you. It manages to catch you by surprise after your attack on the first one, and then it swings its claws and manages to sort of scrape across your face for 7 points of slashing damage. But you easily shrug off its paralytic effect. And then another one pops out of the space, and it moves over to here, and it claws and scrabbles at Melrath and hits. Wow.
I'm gonna shield that. Yeah, I'm shielding that. Ooh.
It would have hit, but Melrath at the last second waves his hand and a barrier forms, just like a mime. Next up,
Melrath is Mr. Mime.
he is now, because I like that. Another cult. Did I hear an explosion? Oh gods, we're under attack! We're under attack! I'll take the metal man.
Sure you will.
Holy
The
shit!
shield guardian raised an eyebrow that it just grew for this moment.
Ah! So yeah, he hits it. I don't think the shield guardian had 10 hit points, but apparently he did. So yeah, it doesn't matter. He would have regenerated all the damage anyways. Next up,
Wow, they just keep spawning.
Sam. Are we under attack? Oh gods, we're under attack! Rushes over.
Who the hell is Sam?
Sam the cultist, of course.
Frodo.
He swings his scimitar wildly, and it's very clear that he's been in so little combat for most of his life that Tazrath just kind of like shrugs a shoulder, which is all that's needed to move a shield into the way of the blow. And there's some dramatic parrying going on for a moment on his side of things. And then Fixer Upper, you are up, and it seems like since we've come all the way back around to you, these are all the combatants.
All right, I'll use the
Now's your chance to stab Tazarath in the
Spiritual
back
weapon?
and Sacred Flame him.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Great minds. So I'll try and hit goal 3 with the spiritual weapon.
Okay.
If we're talking about a great mime, we're talking about Melrath.
Aha.
Ugh.
Ooh,
Just wanted to kill the damn thing.
almost died. Did it? Well, no, not quite.
Nope.
It is
Nope.
bloodied though.
Yay. So I will attack the cultist.
Okay. Are you using your multi-attack thing?
I'm not sure it's worth it, but I don't want this thing to get another turn, so sure.
Okay.
I will. Which number is it? It
Uh,
is
This is 11.
11. Thank you.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Well, you hit anyways.
Oh, okay. I was going to drop it on his head, but
Ah.
I guess I can drop the damage on his head instead.
Yes. Aha.
Okay.
Yeah, so you stride forward towards Cultist 11. He raises his sword over his head as if to attack you, and you just run your sword through his stomach. He left it completely unprotected. He dies. You push him off your blade. Anything else?
I will move over here.
Okay. Melrath, you are up.
All right, so Dawnbringer lets me get a extra D8 when I hit an undead, so I'm just going to clean up here, starting with a cool number 3.
Okay.
Yep.
Ah,
Holy shit. Wow. That's like a low-grade fireball concentrated on a single target.
I didn't drop it on his head.
That's okay. I'll drop it on him. Let me see here. Cool 3. Go like this. Yeah, instantly
Goodbye.
dies. You just cleave him right in half. Dawnbringer makes it super easy. Hot knife through butter.
All right,
He's tired of
Got
fucking around.
another attack. Cool 1. Oh, well, he didn't do it.
Another instant kill. Just slash. It falls.
And my final attack on goal 2.
Ah,
Oh,
this.
and then 8 more. Sorry, there.
Oh, okay. No problem. Let me see if I can. It's on 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. This attack, pretty brutal. Doesn't quite manage to finish it off. It's definitely bloodied, not in a good place. Anything else?
Yep, that's it.
Snake. Snake, you're up, and you're free from the reign of the terrifying cultist.
Scorching Ray. I'll target the wounded one first, which
Okay.
is Ghoul 2.
Mm-hmm.
Cast. Wow. All
Ah,
right. Well,
yep. A single scorching ray streaks across the battlefield between the Shield Guardian and Tazrath, impacts the creature, it bursts into flames and collapses.
then I'll shoot at Ghoul 4. Because theoretically, they can paralyze people.
Theoretically.
Theoretically. Oh, that's. Sorry,
Okay.
that was the wrong character.
No, it says Ghoul 4. That's right.
Yeah,
Oh,
but it was
oh,
with spiritual weapon.
oh. I see.
So we'll just ignore that.
Right. Because you have a different to hit anyways.
Yeah.
You hit.
Okay. And that's +1, please.
+1. Okay. Let me locate him.
And then my last one.
Okay. A hit.
Wow. That is. All right.
Okay. You set him on fire a few times, but doesn't seem to put him out. Tristan, you're up.
And ding ding.
Ah.
Ding 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 goes the trolley.
Very dead ghoul.
Ding,
Dead,
ding, ding
dead, dead
goes
goes the ghoul.
Yeah. Your funeral
Ouch.
bell materializes, and well, he's that. Actually, I'm not sure what the thing is that strikes in the center, but whatever it is, it certainly rings his bell, and he collapses. Anything else?
Great. Now you've got the Ring My Bell song going on. Anyway, I'm done.
Bob, you're up.
Oh, there's actually people left to kill.
Yeah,
I know.
cultists. They're pretty pitiful. More so
Yeah.
than the
Alright,
ghouls.
well, I'm getting pissed off. So,
God, 2
Ooh.
rounds of combat. Get the fuck out of my face.
right? I'm gonna come on up here and.
Eldritch
Oh, what
Blade.
should I do? No. I really want to use my Circle of Death. Just because it's like a 6th level. Should I do it?
No.
No.
Okay, you're right. I don't do a spell slot. All right, I'm gonna suck the juices out of these people.
Oh,
Just use
Blight?
a
Wow.
cantrip, for God's sakes. They have less
Huh?
than 20 hit points.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, I can do. Oh, sorry. This one.
You might want to make sure that didn't check off the spell slot.
Oh, thank you. It's if it says each creature in a 20-foot radius, does that mean
That is
Out.
called
Good.
friendly fire. Don't do it.
Yeah.
good?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll do this anyway. Oh, wait.
Save
That's
1.
good. Is that good or bad? I
That's
can't tell.
good.
It really failed. It's gonna die like 6 times over.
Instant.
Wait, is Blight single target?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so
Very effective use of a higher level spell.
you've
Bob's pissed off.
you've exceeded its hit points by about 5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere in that neighborhood.
I got an extra spell slot. Leave me alone.
Next up is the Shield Guardian.
I'm pretty sure it imploded.
Yeah, there's just a
Several times
horrific.
over. Oh, it's a crit. Goodbye.
Oh no.
Come on, Shieldy, bring it home. Yes.
Oh my god. So here's where the cultist ends up. Just whomp, and then he goes sailing across the cavern and just impacts on the wall, causing some spider webs and obviously many broken bones. And yeah, it's a dead cultist.
Boy, that was
So
a tough fight.
that was well, it was brutal for someone. It just wasn't you guys.
See, I was hoping that you would like say he Gallaghered the friggin' cultist.
Well, so you end up sort of like rifling through all of this stuff. Like nothing that they have is worth anything at all. This is an
There's a
incredibly
shocker.
poor village. You guys have basically murdered a hobo shanty town, and yeah, Yeah, so you pick through everything, make certain. Um, well, there's an exit out of this cave, so you start trudging off into the darkness again, and you travel for about a good 45 minutes, and you come to um, this vaulted chamber bristles with stalactites and stalagmites, slowing your progress as you start to wind your way back and forth across the uneven floors. As you're moving through a narrow passage, you enter a cavern dimly lit by phosphorescent fungi and are met with the sight of a dark metal tower perched on the edge of a cliff that drops away into darkness. The square tower is 20 feet on a side and 30 feet high, with arrow slits on each wall. A battlement crowns its top, and set into the middle of the wall facing you is a sturdy looking door made of the same dark metal as the rest of the tower.
Hmm.
Oh, bat!
Batty boy.
Okay, what is Bat doing?
Going through the little slit that you said that was in the tower.
Hmm.
Can I do some sort of a knowledge to see if it looks like a familiar style?
Um, yes, I'm just trying to think of what would apply here.
Since I do serve the Lord of the Iron Tower myself.
Oh,
Oh yeah, there's some wonderful synergy there. Let's try history.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that was poor.
You're unfamiliar with this style of architecture. Something about it seems odd, though, and it's probably the fact that you don't recognize it.
Okay.
Anything else before I have Bat plunge himself into certain doom?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. Let me see here. Are you just going to go straight in through the slits, or are you going to have him navigate around, or what?
Straight into the slits with me looking through his eyes, because why not?
Okay.
This guy, he has more luck than any other member of our party. He should have died multiple times by now. I'm
Right.
just assuming he's just like some supernatural creature.
So Bat flits up to the arrow slits, and he can make it through. However, it's a little bit difficult for him because he has to sort of like cling to the wall for a second and then climb through. He can't just fly in like he might otherwise. And so he sees that in this room, there is it's the chamber appears to be empty. There's a ladder affixed to one wall that climbs to a trapdoor made of the same dark metal as the rest of the tower. That must lead towards the roof because that's the only thing up there. And there's also, I think, there's also a trapdoor in the floor opposite the particular um, uh, trapdoor, or opposite the particular wall that he came in through. Other than that, looking around, it's pretty dark in here, even with his dark vision. It's just a lot of shadows. You don't really see much.
Is there anyone? Well, he has not only dark vision but sonar. Is there anyone invisible inside?
Hmm. Nope, not that he can see.
Does he hear anything like people talking below or above?
Or hear
It's in
anything via
fact
echolocation.
right. I'm incorporating that. No, he doesn't hear anything. So I would, however, sort of point out that the metal that this place is made of might cause sounds in this particular room to echo, but it would be a very effective barrier against noises above or below, unlike wood.
Gonna have him check up the upstairs?
He would have to leave this chamber to do that.
Sure, that's
Okay.
fine.
So Bat turns around and starts to worm his way back out. Okay. Suddenly, Bat is attacked from behind, and
Is he gonna die this time?
he takes
Does he take at least 1 point of damage?
Yes.
Poof.
The some sort of attack grasps Bat, and he just poofs into existence, or out of existence, I should say. Yeah. As for you guys on the outside, you sort of see Bat there, and then he just poofs.
Well, that's unfortunate for the people inside.
Well, speaking of inside, the door on the front isn't actually open. So, what's your plan?
Anyone want to go knock? I will have a spell prepared if they're unfriendly.
Volunteers.
Serlin, you know you want to.
If we're doing that, then I'm gonna do 3rd level armor of Agathis.
Okay.
1 sec.
Yeah, go ahead and
Get it.
apply it.
Yeah.
Serlin, since you're going to be on the front line, I'm going to death ward you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
And then fireball you from behind.
I mean,
Death.
I'm pretty well resistant to it, so
Oh, don't
Yeah.
waste a spell slot. He's near a cliff. Just push.
Yeah, there you go.
How much action does push take?
That's just a regular action. Every character can do it.
uh,
You guys are so mean.
This is my 3rd character.
Okay. So Tazarath strides up to the door. He's protected pretty well. He has his well, actually, it's been enough time. His unignited flame tongue at the ready, and with his other armored fist, he raps at the door, and you rap and you wait for a moment. And you listen. You don't hear anything, and then you suddenly notice something that had just you hadn't observed before. There's no handle. There's no keyhole. Like this is just it is a door, but there's no hinge. Like you're absolutely baffled as to how this door would actually open, because it seems to be set perfectly into a frame, but without a hinge, without a key, without a handle. How on earth would you pull it or push it or whatever?
I could try and thaumaturgy it open.
Okay, that's a power of thaumaturgy to open doors.
Yeah, you instantaneously cause an unlocked door or window to fly open or slam shut.
Oh, very creative. You mutter and flick your hands for a moment. Thaumaturgy impacts the door. It does not budge.
In the name of the Lord of the Iron Tower, King of all hell, I demand you open this door.
Silence echoes.
Well, looks like it's time to do something else.
Yeah, there might be. You have a sense that there could even be magical effects on the door, something like that.
Tristan's going to walk up, and he's going to knock on the door with a 2nd level spell.
The spell knock. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me
Is that
see.
a real spell?
It is.
Yes, it is.
Oh my gosh.
One that I have not stopped preparing since we needed it last time.
I'm trying to ascertain if that will work. Let me look at the spell. Maybe that will answer my question. Tristan, actions, knock, 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 knock. Here it is. Ah. That's really interesting. Okay. You use knock on the door. When you knock, there is, of course, as described by the spell, a very loud, audible knock that can be heard for about 300 feet in all directions. So it echoes into the chasm beyond. And as you knock, you can feel some magical effect on the door suppress. And then the door just falls off. It wasn't attached by hinges in the first place.
Hmm.
Something's really odd about this tower.
Oh. Does it just fall into the chasm, or?
No. So just to paint the scene a little bit, the door is facing you. The chasm is behind the tower on the opposite wall from which you are currently facing. So it just actually falls inwards into the tower itself and clatters against the ground on the other side. And now that it has, thanks to some of the dim light, you can see that there's a ladder affixed to the black wall, also made out of the same material as the rest of the tower, leading up to a trap door in the floor above. There is a pile of bones and moldering clothes lying in one corner. And that's about it. The rest of the room is completely featureless. I mean, aside from, being the inside of a worked tower and all that.
I ignite the longsword and move in.
Okay. You ignite the longsword. Um, the flames sort of dance across the polished metal of the inside of this tower. And yeah, so you can see all around you. It is oddly enough still quite dark because the metal itself is dark. You go over, and I assume you're going to check the remains.
Of course.
I'm gonna step inside with him just to make sure nothing gets him.
Okay.
Do I roll investigation or what?
Oh no, you're just gonna rifle through. So you rifle through the clothing of the corpse, and you find well, at first you rifle through and you can feel some potion bottles, and you pull those out and you're excited, only to find that they're empty. So you set those two aside and you're rifling around again, and you find one potion that is still intact, and it has text written on it in Undercommon.
Cannot read Undercommon. Who can?
I
We'll
can
find
read
out.
anything.
Yeah. Can
I read
someone?
Undercommon natively.
Can you translate?
Mm.
Sure. Potion of mind reading.
Let's see.
Oh, it already translated for me. Look at that.
Yeah. So first floor. Let me just drop this treasure in before I forget. Inventory. Does anybody particularly want a potion of mind reading? Since you know what it
Yes.
is, when you drink this potion, you gain the effect of the detect thought spells with a spell save of DC 13. The potion has a dense purple liquid that has an ovoid cloud of pink floating about in it.
I will totally take that.
Okay,
Go
let me
for it.
go like that. Does one of those say potion of healing and the other one say unidentified? Or mind reading, I should say.
It says
Yeah.
potion and potion of mind reading.
Okay, I'm going to delete that one. That's what I thought. So I'll give this to Tristan. And distribute. There we go.
Alex,
Yes.
keep an eye on time because I want you to be prepared.
Oh, yes. And actually, this is the perfect place to leave it off. So we will.
A literal cliffhanger.
Yeah. We will investigate the rest of this strange tower next time. Cool. Well, thank you guys so much for playing, and I will. Oh, that was the last thing that I needed to make certain of. Obviously, this week there's a holiday. If anybody is traveling and would not be here on Monday, is that true for anyone?
Nope. I'm
Nope.
staying home.
Okay. Then I will see everybody next Monday.
All right.
All
Good
right.
Bye.
luck.
Bye.
Good luck tomorrow.